Hello everybody, this is Justin from the St. Charles. It's the 24th of May 2025. Going to start with AXL. And this one here, we've got a blue box reversal zone down here at 17.3 down to 14.35 pence. And for me, I think that this looks like it's really good reversal zone. I think that, that's sort of a reversal back from August 24. And hopefully, if we can make, or if the bulls can step in here and we can make a way up, hopefully we can be attacking the top of that prior high at sort of 33.5, and that would activate this red box zone here at 40.8 up to 48.1 pence. I'm just going to quickly nip over to the weekly chart, and this one here, if we look there, it looks pretty good. We've got the MACD here turning up. So I think that, over the course of the next few weeks, I think we're going to see a move to the upside there, sort of, the daily chart is confirming that as well, saying that, it's in the reversal zone, and the weekly chart is looking like it's turning up. So fingers crossed, get the RSI cooking again, and hopefully we can start that party and make our way up towards, hopefully we'll break the prior high first. That would be a great start, but then hopefully towards that red box there, 40.8 to 48.1 pence. So that's AXL, worth doing some research. CHF is my next one, and I think there's a bit of noise on this one this week. And if I just get that up, still on the daily chart, and it's in a sort of a long-term reversal zone. Got the blue box there at 252. Obviously we're into fractions of a penny here, so we will ignore that for now. But I think that, if we can break this prior high here at 0.9 pence, I think we're going to see trading up to this red box zone here at 1.28 up to 1.49 pence, possibly higher, who knows. But that for me would be the sensible target, and then take a look, see what's happening. But on Friday it's had a big candle there from sort of 0.5 to sort of 0.8 pence. So bulls certainly liking the look of that one. So CHF is a small market cap, so it's high risk, but we're doing some research, seeing what's going on. WCAP is my next one, and this is an Aquis stock. There's a lot of life on Aquis for those last few trading days. I mean, these stocks historically, to me, have never really moved, but there's been an awful lot of these Aquis stocks that have been, playing out really well. So worth doing some research, but I don't think you can trade them on a lot of platforms. I think AJ Bell have stopped trading them, but it doesn't stop other platforms from trading them. But I had a blue box reversal down here at 0.8 down to 0.68 pence, and it's had a massive sort of spike up to there, 1.2 pence. Obviously, there's been a lot of sellers, which isn't a great sign, but, I think a lot of people are trading this. So, and I think, if we can break and hold above, put sort of 1.3 pence, that's going to bring us up to this red box zone target here at 1.79 up to 2 pence. So potentially a bagger and possibly more. I mean, we don't know where that's going to go, but that's going to be a short-term target there. There's not a lot of trading on it, but worth doing some research, seeing what's going on. FRG is my next one, and this one I know I've covered up quite a few times, but I think here, and I'm just going to say that, we're in a blue box reversal zone there at 3.54 down to 2.87 pence. And for me, I'm still hopeful that we can sort of break and hold sort of 6 pence. If we can break and hold above that, it's going to activate this red box here at 6.48 pence, all the way up to 7.44 actually, up to 8.64 pence. However, I'm just going to look at the RSI here, and historically, as soon as we've sort of broken this, held and above sort of the 50 level, the party has certainly got started. So, if you look back here, as soon as we've sort of broken above that 50, it's not been that many trading days before we've seen a move to the upside, and there's been some big buying in that one just recently. So I think we're going to get some good news fairly soon, fingers crossed, and we're going to start our way up and hopefully attack that prior high there, and then hopefully finally get into that red box zone. So that's FRG, worth doing research. ANGS is my next one, and I haven't covered this off for a little while, but there was that bigger reversal zone there, which was a grey box zone now. But I had this blue box down here at 0.173 pence. We've had some absolute stonking response from that. So it's at 0.17 pence from now, but we're trading up to 0.25 basically on Friday. And, I still hopeful that we can attack the top of that prior box there at 0.652 pence. I've got a red box there at 0.622 up to 0.744 pence. So, Angs, see what's going on. It's not one that I've researched myself for a long while, but, the chart's suggesting that it's certainly going to get a 3-wave bounce. Might not get up to that red box zone, but you sort of hopefully a 1, 2 and a 3. If you can get up to 0.35 or 0.4, that'd be great. But if they can drop some good news, that red box should come into play at 0.62 up to 0.74 pence. So worth doing some research. Next one I'm going to do is BTC, and not too sure whether I've covered this one before. Where is it? BTC. Hang on a second. Stocks. There you go. It takes a bit of a while for me to find these. So this is an LSE one. And I've got a blue box reversal zone down here at 13.6 down to 11.6 pence. I think that this could, historically, it's had some really good waves up. So there's nothing to say here, from that blue box reversal zone here, that we could hopefully go and attack that 23 pence level. And if we could break above it, I don't see why I can't attack sort of 25 pence zone on that one. So possibly even higher, who knows? But we'll be tracking that once it gets going. So as I say, worth doing some research on that one. Next one I'm going to do is Vast, and haven't done this one for a long while. Let's just have a look, see what's going on there. I think I was absolutely spot on, wasn't I, with that prior target there. I thought it might stretch its legs a bit higher, but it didn't. If I just get rid of that there, it's in a bit of a bear trap, well, in a bearish run at the moment. But I think if we can break that 0.34 level, I think you could see trading down to this red box zone here at 0.238 down to 0.153. Hopefully that doesn't happen for the bulls. I think then it would be a fantastic setup as long as they can drop some good news, not another placing, but down to there, and then hopefully we could get another big leg up, probably attack sort of 1.5 pence level, or even attack 1p, maybe 1.2. But Vast, put that on your watch list. If it does get down to that level, which is safe for the bulls, I hope it doesn't, but for the bears and for those looking to make an entry, that's where I'd be looking to take a long position on that, assuming the news is good. WBI is my next one, and just get that one up. And there we go. And this one here, if this one can break that prior high there at 0.7, I think you're going to see it traded up to this red box zone here at 0.08 up to 0.0912. So it's had an absolutely tremendous run, hasn't it? But then hopefully we should get to a bit of a pullback, and then we shall reassess the situation and see what's playing out there. We never know, we might be able to get an entry for a long position. Next one we're going to do is GGP, and this one here, another great call of ours, wasn't it? We said that we'd got a 3-wave correction there, absolute spot on. That blue box reversal zone working out absolutely perfectly at 11.46 pence. We tagged that down to 10.44, and I think that over the next few trading days, we're going to break this prior high, sort of breaking a hold above sort of 15 pence is going to trigger that 17.36 up to 18.96 pence. So GGP looking very good. ARC Minerals is my next one. ARCM, haven't covered this one off for a long while. There was a placing, not a placing on ARC, but it didn't have some very good news out the other day. And I think that if I just go back, this is one where we gave... just get that, it's gone, hasn't it, my thing, but it doesn't matter. I did have a red line that I'd had before, and that's sort of vanished off my chart, but it doesn't matter. But I think we've broken that key support there at sort of 1.055, and I think that we're going to see trading go much lower on this one, down to this red box zone here at 0.616 and possibly a bit lower. I'm not going to say the bottom of the box, but from there, hopefully then we can get a bit of a bounce. And the obvious target then would be going to fill that gap at 1.35 pence. So ARC Minerals, worth doing some research and waiting, put that on your watch list. If it does get down to that red box, obviously with the bulls, I hope it doesn't. But for those looking to make an entry, that is where I'd be looking to take a trade. Next one I'm going to do EUA, and this one here is in that blue box reversal zone at 4.085 down to 3.1 pence. I think that as long as we keep this RS divergence going, I don't want to see the RSI drop below that 25 level. I think that's looking pretty reasonable for a run higher, and hopefully break that prior high, and should activate that red box there now at 7.91 up to 9.5 pence. So that's EUA, worth doing some research. CRCL is my next one, and I don't know what's going to expect here. Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic call, wasn't it? We called that down here at sort of 0.14 level, 0.15. Thought it was going to trade up into this red box zone, which it did, absolutely spot on. And for me, I think that, we'll probably see a bit of sideways action here, a bit of something like that before we make another wave higher. For me, I'm going to see what happens during the course of the week and then make my decision whether or not to take another long position or not on that one. But, obviously there's a gap down there, which the bears might be targeting, but fingers crossed the company's obviously got, it's looking pretty good. And I think we can expect more ways higher on that one over the coming weeks. Next one I'm going to do is Avacta. And this one here, we covered off the other week and we said that we thought you might see trading down into that red box zone there at 27.95, which all goes down to 16 pence, which was absolutely spot on, unfortunately, for those who are long. But hopefully from around this level now, I think we're going to see buyers step in. I think we're going to see some good news, and hopefully then we can get at least a three-wave bounce to the upside, something, just get that up, 1, 2, 3, even up to 50 pence would be absolutely great. That's a bagger. But as I say, my longer term chart hasn't changed very much. It was still in that long term reversal zone, which I won't go into now. I think we'll cover that off another day. But, I think that it's 27.8, so it's 28 pence roughly, isn't it? I think that's going to be a pretty reasonable entry. Wait for your buy entry call. Signal, whatever that is. But I think that around this level, we should see at least a bounce to the upside, and fingers crossed, hopefully a break of that downward trend for those who are holding. It's been terrible, isn't it? But there you go, that's Avacta. Next one I'm going to do is OMI, and just get that one up. And this one here, I think that, this is one where I've put on my watch list. I think that we're going to see trading down to this red box zone down here at 8.52 down to 6.9 pence level. But then I think we're going to see another wave higher, which is going to be absolutely fantastic for those bulls. And the logical step here was, sort of breaking a hole above sort of 14 pence level. I think we're going to see trading up to 16.45 up to 18.9 pence. So OMI, worth putting on your watch list if it gets down to that red box for a long entry. Sunda is my next one. And this one here is absolutely spot on again, wasn't it? We said that red box, I thought that's where the convertible loan notes, I always say custom, but convertible loan notes, I thought that, they were going to give a bit of a breather for the bulls, and indeed they did. It's gone up to 0.5, so it's sort of 20% return on your money. But where it goes from there, who knows? I think it's just really high risk, but, that's me done with Sunda. The next one I'm going to do is Matt D. And this one here, I think that, it's having a better run, isn't it? Hopefully, I've still got that red box zone there at 2.75 up to 3.11. It's looking pretty good. It's sort of holding that trend line, isn't it? So pretty good. And I'm expecting that still. Fingers crossed, it's still going to run into that 2.75 to 3 pence level. So Matt D, we're doing some research. ARB is my last one for the day. And I know this has been a serial dog. It hasn't been very good. But I've got a blue box reversal zone down here, which we're in at sort of 4.35 down to 1.48. I've sort of calculated, but I probably don't think it's going to get there. Just look at the RSI, the MACD. We're getting loads of divergence on there, so worth doing some research. And I think that we could see a three-wave bounce to the upside on this one. I'm not going to say where it's going to go, but it's worth doing some research because I don't know anything about it for a long while. It's Bitcoin related, and it hasn't followed the bull run in Bitcoin, so there's an alarm bells from that. It definitely needs researching, but the chart looks like it's in an okay place to take a trade. So combine that with your research and see what's going on. So there you go. That's me for today. Back again soon.